welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video that is beauty on a budget. I have been receiving this request from a few people that they wanted to see a makeup look with all of my favorite products from the drugstore. And this is actually pretty interesting for me because as I was going through all of my makeup, as much makeup as I do have, I don't have that much makeup from the drugstore. I've always been a fan of makeup products from the drugstore, but I do find that when I go there, it's extremely overwhelming for me. There's so many options and so much to choose from. So a lot of the times I find myself purchasing all of my makeup online. I will be really transparent with you. I don't have any drugstore foundation on right now. I did put my foundation on before we got into the video because nothing is currently my color. Even this is a little bit light for me. So if you guys want to see what my favorite drugstore makeup is in all of the categories, keep watching and I will be back at the end to show you the final look. Bye. Okay, so the first thing, like I said earlier in the video, I don't have any drugstore foundation that matches my skin tone currently, but if I did have to recommend any foundation from the drugstore, my favorite one would probably be the Maybelline 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. This I found on YouTube from Manny MUA, and it is very lightweight and long wear, but it also provides you with full coverage, and I am a full coverage kind of person. I do have blemishes and breakouts, so this works really well to conceal all of that without even having to do double the work of adding a concealer. I love this. It's extremely affordable. Again, it's Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation would be my favorite. Next up, and how I would usually proceed with my makeup, is I'm loving this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the hydrating one. I get really dry under my under eyes, so this is really good for me. Again, I shop online, especially now during quarantine, so it's better for me to actually probably go to the store and check out what I need. But I did order this originally and I got it in the black cap. That is not the hydrating one. This one is a lot better for me, and I do have extremely pigmented eyelids. I say this in every video, and very dark circles. So I'm really actually excited to try and keep using this one into my normal makeup routine because it really does hydrate underneath your eyes. And I do run it on my eyelid as well. And I always take my concealer pretty low. I know there's a new trend right now of the concealer and how to apply it. I'm still applying it the same old way, and I just love how that elongates my face. And I'll do the same to the other side. This is a Real Techniques brush, and you can see it just helps to brighten up my skin. For the next step, my two favorite powders for under my eyes are both from the drugstore. One is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I started using it and I honestly really love it. It's really nice. It does have a little sheen to it, and I think that it helps so much to brighten. Like, you can see already just how much brighter this under eye is compared to this one that hasn't been set yet. And then if I had to choose another powder, it's not open, I just bought a new one, but the Rimmel Stay Matte powders from the drugstore are really amazing. I think that both of these are not more than $5, so you can't go wrong with either one. The transparent one is really great for setting your entire face too, and you can always use it to put underneath your eyes, but I do like something a little bit brighter underneath my eyes. Since this one isn't open yet, I'm actually going to use another one of my favorite powders. It might be a little light for me, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. They also have this in a loose powder form. A good friend of mine, Catherine, if you're watching, she showed me that powder and it is like phenomenal. It sets makeup like no other, and to be from the drugstore, it's insane. So I'm going to use this on a big fluffy brush and just set the rest of my face. I didn't set my face before I got on camera, and sometimes I just brush it over whatever I just highlighted under my eyes. And then for bronzer, I really love, and I've mentioned this in all of my other videos, the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm going to take another Real Techniques brush, pack that on, and then I'm going to just contour my cheekbones here. I always bring the bronzer down my neck as well. I'll go into the hollows of my collarbone and neck area, temples on my forehead. and just the sides of my nose and the top parts of my eyelid. You could see we're already bronzed up. Sometimes I take that same brush just because I want to keep everything flowing on my face. But another one of my favorite drugstore items are the Milani blushes. This is extremely intimidating on camera. It is coming up like a hot pink almost. It's pretty subtle. It's more on the coral side, and it's called Coral Cove. So I love this one. Even though it's so intimidating in the pan, it's not that intimidating on the face. And if I ever do tone it down, I use the other Milani blush from the drugstore. A lot of CVS's carry Milani. I think Walmart's too, and this is tried and true, super old school. It's called Luminoso, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, more on the peachy tone side. It's even on the camera, it's a little bit darker than it really is. It's so light in real life. So I'll actually take that coral color and pack that on my cheeks. A little goes a long way, obviously. Now that I look like a clown, I'm gonna take the Luminoso, tap into that, and just use that to tone down my cheeks. I'll go to the top of my forehead there, maybe a little on my chin. And if anything ever looks too intense, you can always use your powder brush to tone everything down. And now, although I'm not going to do any today, the liquid eyeliner that I really love, not from the drugstore, because usually I'm always sticking with Lancome around my eyes. My eyes are extremely, extremely sensitive. But I do like the Sephora brand, and they're really inexpensive. I don't believe that this eyeliner with the felt tip brush is more than $12. It's pure black. It stays all day, and I really do love it. So that's a good alternative for eyeliner if you're using liquid liner. Another concealer that I didn't mention, but it's my very favorite ever. If this was my shade, I would be using it today. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It is amazing. Number one, it smells like sunscreen. I think I said that in one of my other videos. It's super long wear. It's very lightweight. It provides great coverage. It brightens. I love it so, so much. I believe that you guys would love it also. If you haven't already, please try it. I've used it for years and years and years, probably like 7 or 8 years now. It's amazing. So take a look at that when you go to the drugstore next. I don't have, surprisingly, a mascara from the drugstore. So weird. I used to have tons, but I think just after time and not wearing mascara every single day, because like I said, I have sensitive eyes, I don't have any more. So I'll have to pick one up, but if I could recommend one, I would say to go with the Telescopic. I think that that's by Loreal. I'm not sure. I'll link it in the description below, but it's a very, very thin, fine brush, but it coats your mascara on so thick and so full. It gives you kind of like the grandiose mascara that I used in my previous videos. Amazing. So, so good. And I don't know, it stays all day. It makes your lashes really thick and full. I absolutely love it and would definitely recommend it. Today for the video, I'm just going to use this sample that I got from Sephora. It's a Fenty sample. I didn't want to use anything crazy, so I'm just using this to coat my lashes just a little bit. I don't have an eyeshadow palette that I, would die for from the drugstore. I would honestly just recommend, if you're just doing a quick makeup look, to use your bronzer as an inner crease color. I always take a fluffy brush. I go into my blush, depending on the tone of my blush or my bronzer. I get a little bit of makeup on there, pack it into the crease, and then I'm on my merry way. I'm not even that precise with it. I just use it to add depth. What a difference a little makeup can make. For a drugstore highlighter, I would say to go with anything Pixie Beauty. They sell this at Target, so I don't know if that's technically a drugstore, but Pixie has really nice highlighters. These are 2 different shades. I'm going to take a little fan brush. I'm actually going to do a combination of both here. And you can already see like a super bright highlight already. It's a little chunky, but it's really nice, and for the price, it's worth it. On my upper lip. Little on my chin. Sometimes I go crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I see highlighter. Let me put it all over my face. Use your discretion. And then for eyebrows, my absolute favorite right now is the e.l.f. Precisely Brow or Precise Brow Pencil, the one that I'm using here. e.l.f. products actually have come through lately, and they are absolutely incredible. So I'm going to use this, and just like I did in my previous videos, just fill in my brows. If I'm not going anywhere or have a really big event, usually, to be honest, I leave the front of my brow alone and I kind of just fill in the ends of my brows and add the tail. It makes such a huge difference. And I'm going to do the same here. I don't really define the front of my brow that much. I feel like sometimes that is the fine line between looking extremely fake versus looking put together. So I try to steer clear of that. And I don't know, this brow pencil matches the shade of my brows perfectly. And I love that it's like a thoughtless process. I don't have to sit here and worry, oh, is it gonna match? Is it too much? Is it too dark? Is it gonna be too heavy? Because once you have a really heavy brow on, it could totally change the whole look. So I'll do my best to fill in my brows. Always use that concealer that you used under your eyes to clean up any areas that you might have messed up. I feel like that's okay. But this is an amazing, amazing brow pencil from the drugstore. It's honestly phenomenal. I love it so much, and it's precise, exactly like it says. Long wearing, doesn't irritate my eyebrows. I don't break out from it, so I love it. Another product from the drugstore that goes hand in hand with the brow pencil is the brow gel, and this is also from e.l.f. And I'll take it and I will just brush my brows up after I filled them in. I always have been a fan, thanks to Carly Bible. She used to rave about this product when I was younger, and I love it so much, and I've been a fan ever since. This is the Jordanna lip pencil, and I use the color Tawny. Very cheap. Again, you could get this at Walgreens. I've only ever seen it at Walgreens or Rite Aid. I don't know where else they would sell Jordanna. I believe you can order it online. This is probably like $2 or $3, if that. It's more of a pinky nude. And I'll just rough line my lips. I don't usually put on a lipstick. To be honest with you, I'm always using a gloss. And my two favorite glosses, I don't know what it is about this combination, but I love doing the NYX gloss over the lip pencil from Jordanna, and I've used this combination forever. I'm always in between the Meringue from NYX or the Eclair. Today I'm gonna go in with Eclair. And you can see it has a little pink there, but it is on the nude side. And it's just something about that color combination that I really love. And then absolutely last but not least, setting spray. So I'm going to go in with the Milani, again, Make It Last setting spray. A lot of people on YouTube love this. I do too. It's really, really subtle, and it keeps your makeup in place all day. And it smells extremely fresh, kind of like your soap that you would use if you're washing your clothes. Very, very fresh, subtle smell. The spritzer is a little bit intense, so I use only like 1 or 2 sprays when I'm spraying my face. And that is honestly the finished look. So if you guys have any questions or comments or want to know any of the products I used, they'll be linked in the description box down below. And I encourage you guys to come back for more content. I plan on doing a what's in my bag or what's in my makeup bag video next. So stay tuned for that. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Again, thank you so, so much for taking the time to spend a few minutes with me and watch this video. Like this video, comment, turn on your notification bell, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Instagram. It's at YouHadMeAtCosmetics. Spelled exactly how it sounds. I'll leave that in the description box down below also. And have a great morning, a great afternoon, an amazing evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.